All right, so intermetallic bonding occurs when atoms have low electronegativities. Okay? And as a result, they end up sharing and transferring electrons. Okay? So because they can't kind of like mutually agree on what to do in the situation of a low electronegativity, nobody is really like super attracted to or attractive to try to get those electrons to them. But at the same time, they don't want to get rid of them either that much. Okay? So as a result, everybody kind of ends up doing two things at once. Okay? So, for example, in the case of bronze, okay, so bronze is a mixed metal. Okay? Does everybody know what bronze is? Copper and tin. Yeah. Okay? So copper and tin. So what would happen in a situation of mixing these two together, and this is also one of the reasons why these are kind of very good conductors and whatnot, okay, is the fact that you would have like a flood of these atoms, okay, and they're somewhat loosely bonded between each other, but those electrons are going to keep like fluttering in between them, because sometimes they'll want to be gaining those electrons, sometimes they want to lose the electrons, but sometimes they want to share those electrons. So what you would kind of draw in here is kind of a flurry of a whole bunch of electrons kind of partially doing the in-between of both. Okay, so sometimes they're transferring, sometimes they're sharing. Okay, so those electrons are just constantly on the go between those atoms. Okay, so as a result of this type of idea, the metals are shiny. Okay, they are flexible solids with good electrical and thermal conductivity. Okay, and what they are actually called in terms of their structure, they take on what we say a crystalline structure. Okay, now the other way to think of it this way, it's also known as the Rice Krispie analogy. Or the Rice Krispie square analogy. Okay, so basically what we end up saying in this crystalline structure, okay, so that's kind of what it would look like. It is very like loosely based, and it's just a big flood of these electrons doing different things at all times. Okay, basically these guys are going to have this glue. Okay, so the floating electrons are the glue that hold the atoms together.